I'm Ivy, 28 years old, and if you asked my extended family to describe me, they'd probably say something like the quiet one or the niece who's always working. But I've never made waves. I show up for holidays, bring a bottle of wine, smile through whatever chaos is going on, and leave early. That's been my rhythm for years. It works. Or at least it used to. My uncle Daryl just turned 56. He's the kind of guy who treats every gathering like he's the main event. He loves a crowd, thrives on attention, and acts like a comedian even when nobody's laughing. Every family has one like him. He doesn't just host Thanksgiving, he turns it into a game show. He gives out fake awards, roasts people with pre-written jokes, and somehow always gets away with it by saying it's just a bit. Last year, at Thanksgiving, Daryl decided it'd be funny to read my Bumble profile out loud at the dinner table. I didn't even know he had access to it. I still don't. His daughter Felicia, who's 25 and constantly filming everything, had found it somehow. She recorded the whole thing and uploaded it to TikTok. I didn't find out until a coworker asked me if I meant to go viral. I kept it together in the moment, but the second I got home, I texted Daryl to ask him to take the video down. He left me on read. Then he replied an hour later with lighten up and a laughing emoji. I blocked Felicia. I muted most of my family. Quietly, I started distancing myself. No fight, no drama, just space. Daryl's birthday was coming up, and I already told my mother I wouldn't be going. She asked once, didn't push. I think she could tell there was a line I didn't want crossed again. Then, 2 days before the party, Daryl called me. I figured it was going to be a quick guilt trip or some last-minute pressure, but I answered anyway. First thing I asked was, "Are you on speaker?" He chuckled. "No, go ahead. Just you and me." I believed him. So I told him, calmly and directly, why I wouldn't be attending. I said I didn't appreciate being made fun of last year, that I felt humiliated, and not just because of the dinner. That video had nearly gotten me pulled into a formal HR conversation at work because it got back to a client. I told him I didn't want to be in an environment where people don't respect boundaries. I got halfway through the sentence when I heard a second voice, then laughter, then someone clinking a glass and shouting, "Tell her she's dramatic." It wasn't speakerphone, it was a microphone. He had me piped through the whole party's PA system. Apparently his birthday brunch had already started, around 40 people, family and friends, all listening in while I thought I was having a private conversation. I ended the call without saying anything else. An hour later, my phone started blowing up. Texts from numbers I hadn't saved in years. Distant cousins, old neighbors, even a girl I used to babysit. What was that call about? Did you know we were listening? You really hate your family that much? I ignored every single one. Then came the voicemails. One from Felicia, all giggles, saying you actually made it more fun this year, so thanks for the content. One from my Aunt Laura, saying I embarrassed Daryl on his birthday and should apologize for ruining the vibe. One from my dad, surprisingly quiet, just saying, "We'll talk later." I blocked Felicia again. She must have used a different number or made a new account. I didn't respond to anyone else. Not because I didn't have anything to say, because I didn't want to be baited into a circus. I knew if I said one word, it'd be screenshotted and passed around. I'd become the entertainment again. 2 days later, someone from work mentioned the call. That's when I realized someone at the party had recorded the entire thing and shared it. Not on TikTok this time, on Facebook, and tagged me. The video was just audio with someone filming the brunch crowd laughing. You could hear my voice clearly. You could hear me trying to speak calmly. You could hear people mocking me while I was mid-sentence. They titled it, "Ivy Goes Off," like I had screamed or ranted or something. I emailed the person who uploaded it